What is going on, guys? It is your boy Lucid, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something that's been getting constantly requested on stream. You guys haven't, go check us out over there on Twitch. I'll put it somewheres over there. One of the things I'm constantly getting, I've been playing Moze a lot. I really enjoy playing Moze. She's fun, really high DPS build on her, and I constantly get requested what is the build that I have for Moze. We've all seen, you know, the major grenade class that everyone's been running, but I found a build that I really enjoyed. There's an app on your phone that you can get, it has all the skill trees, and I was kind of just sitting there in bed one night and going through it, looking at each and every little thing, little bonuses here, there, and I found a build that I really liked. Hopped on, decided to give it a shot, and just started melting bosses. We were doing boss races and stuff like that on stream, and a lot of people kept asking about it, so here we are. We're gonna make a video on it. I don't really ever use the mech. Only time I really do is if I'm just in a really jam spot. One of the things that I have on my class that I'm going to show you guys, I didn't get until today, and I'm sure I'll have some game footage in here as well mixed in, and you'll see that my health is not the same as it was then, and I'll show you the artifact I had when I was playing. So to go ahead and just like kick things off, as you see, I got 42,411 shield, 1 health. So yes, it is the 1 health build, and I literally did not get the artifact, the projector deathless elemental, until today. Didn't have it. The one I was using until then was actually the hot drop commander planetoid. This was the one I was using, and I was getting like 28,000 something and was doing just fine with no issues whatsoever. It still gives you a little bit of bonus and everything, but this was my go-to until I picked up the deathless today, which did obviously boost my shield a ton. Other than that, I am running the transformer. You can run the front loader and get a little bit higher shield, but I like the transformer because of a couple different reasons. One, I'm running the shock elemental butcher, so when I get, you know, the constant ricochet thing going on in Mayhem 3, I'm actually just regenerating my own health every time it hits me, whether, you know, I'm getting shot from somewhere else or something. My shield's just immediately regenerating because it takes all that shock damage and, you know, refills my shield. So that's one big plus. On top of that, everyone's been there, you get hit with something with shock and it just rips your shield apart. So with this, 100% of shock damage immediately pulls my shield back up. So bam. I'm running this, the tenacious low life. I get 25% weapon damage. On top of that, it gives me 3 of the things that I use, so that's kind of a big bonus there. And I definitely like it. So other than that, I'm mainly running the butchers. Blacker, I constantly trade out with other things. This thing I just put on today, I haven't even used it yet, but let's get into the actual build itself, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm starting out with the green tree here. Now I used a very close version of this when I was leveling up as well. So for you guys just getting Moze, you could start with either one of these trees, the green or the red, and both do well. I'd go ahead and start with the green though. Anyways, so we got a passive ability, Cloud of Lead. Occasionally Moze and Iron Bear shots will deal additional incendiary damage, and won't consume ammo. So again, we're not caring about Iron Bear at all, the Mac whatsoever. I am running both of the minigun with the cooldown, or let off some steam. But again, we're not focusing on that in any way. So we got that bad boy maxed out. One, it won't consume ammo. That's one of the big factors. This is very, very close to the endless mag build, and it works amazing. I cannot tell you guys enough. So then we got matched set, which is maxed out. Moze currently equipped weapon gains stacking bonus to magazine size, decreased heat per shot for every piece of equipped gear that has a matching manufacturer. So we're getting 10% mag size, big key factor, and we're also getting the won't consume ammo. Increase all right, so increase Moze and Iron Bear's incendiary damage. This is, again, we're anything to increase damage. That's what we're going for. So we got that maxed out. After Moze scores a critical hit, she regenerates ammo. So again, we're getting more. While moving, handling weapon swap and mode switch speed are increased. I'm not even sure what the mode switch is, but the handling and the weapon swap both can come in. We're only putting one in here. I kind of just needed to keep moving down the tiers. That was the one I went with. This one right here, Moze gains increased fire rate and critical hit damage. Big one. Max that thing out. That critical hit damage, when you're doing bosses, that critical hit damage is everything. Bam, we're increasing the mag size again. We're maxing this out. So where is it up here? Now we went up 10% mag size. Now we just went up 35. So now we're 45% mag size. Moze gains increased gun damage as the magazine empties. The less ammo there is, meaning the greater the increase. If Moze has a COB gun equipped, she gains gun damage as her gun heats up. So basically how this build ends up working is you're going to be shooting and it's going to constantly refill, but it's going to keep going down and eventually you will have to reload. But there's a good point where between like 1 to 5 shots, it just stays there for a while. And when it's doing that, you are just, you're adding 48%, up to 48% gun damage. And then Moze constantly regenerates ammo for her currently equipped weapon. Bam. So there's more there. And then going over into the red tree here, we're gonna go okay. While Moze shields are active, she gains damage reduction, so we're taking less damage and we take less and then we get increased gun damage. So gun damage up by 15% and then the damage reduction down by 13. Again, gun damage. We're focusing so hard on that. We want to get that. When we're farming and stuff, we want to put the bosses down as quick as possible. A portion of Moze's health is reserved and cannot be restored, but maximum shield is increased by the same amount. So we're increasing our shield, we are dropping our health. All this dropping of the health, it comes in here in just a bit. Bam. We got that bad boy maxed out, and then it's also part of our deal. Now, blood off and okay. Blood off ingenuity. Moze maximum shield is increased and gains resistance to shock damage. Cool. Not so worried about the shock damage anymore because of our shield, but we get 30% max shield. This is helpful with our build. Okay, so entering Iron Bear causes Moze and her allies' shields to immediately begin recharging. So again, like I told you, the only time I ever use Iron Bear is if I'm just in this really bad spot and I'm like, okay, I need, I might go down. I play solo mainly, so you just pop into Iron Bear, use it for whatever little bit of time you can, and then as soon as you pop out, your shield's, pretty much done. So, and you get increased shield recharge rate, so 25%. So I said once you hop in, it immediately starts, and then you're also recharging faster. It's helpful. It's a lifesaver, basically. That's what it is. Whenever Moze scores a critical hit, she deals bonus incendiary damage, 10%. We're adding 10% more damage on here. Moze's shield recharge delay is reduced, and her shield recharge rate is increased. So the big factor, like, we didn't put a lot into this because we had other things that we needed to put into, but we're getting 7% faster time for the shield to recharge, and you know, minus 7% the time it takes for it to start charging. And then last but not least, right here, this is the big one. We got 5 out of 3 because of our deal. Moze's gun damage is increased depending on how low her health is. The lower her health, the greater the increase, up to 83%. We increased by going down to 1 health. We've increased our gun damage 83% just on this alone. So think about it, 83%. Yeah, 10% on the incendiary damage. 15%. So with no incendiary damage here, just this alone, we're over here at, you know, 98% increased gun damage. Now we go over here. There's another incendiary that's 30, so that's 40% right there. Fire rate, critical hit damage. So that critical hit goes up by 20%. So when we hit a critical hit, you know, we're well over 100% here. And it just, this one goes up 48%. You see where I'm going with this? Like, we're increasing this as much as we can. And I'm telling you guys, it melts bosses, no joke. Puts them down, no time at all. I'm gonna show you guys again what I'm using here, and then I'm telling you, it's a boss melting machine. The main reason I didn't go for this at all, adding a little extra gun damage, is I would have had to have taken away from other things. And when dealing with boss fights, you're not really killing that many enemies. Like when you're, you know, if you're farming Grave Ward, you're not really killing any enemies before killing him. Most of the time with this build, you're going to put him down before he spawns anything. So that's the big key point. This is the Moze build I've been running and been getting asked about constantly on stream. So I wanted to come in and show you guys, and I figured you guys would appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. If you go try this build, and if it works for you, let me know down in the comments what you think of it, what you thought of it, you know, how it worked for you. For me, you know, it's just all about gun damage, and it's just the way I play, and I really enjoy playing this build, and it's a lot of fun for me. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack that like button. If you're new around here, make sure to hit the sub button. We greatly appreciate it. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one. Deuces.